Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga, and this of course is League of Legends. And I am bringing you this at request of a friend who wanted me to commentate on this game and maybe do some breakdowns and some pointers. I did agree to do it, but I don't know about pointers. I've always said I'm far from a really good player. I'm probably middle of the pack, maybe average in many respects. I make a strong support, a good jungler. I can solo top okay, but I wouldn't call myself a really strong player. But he asked, I agreed, so we'll see what we can do. The group across the top is Friends and PC Potatoes, Blanc V3 on Sion, Kendrox on Aviana, Tyler CDD on Lux, LG Shadow on Maokai, and J Bloom on Wukong. And I believe this is from Wukong perspective. Yeah, they're down in the corner. So, I don't know, I'm maybe jumping around this battle a little bit more. Things like that. We'll see. They said their team is tanky. Gangplank can be tanky. He technically shouldn't. He should be more crit and damage. Definitely can be tanky, and there's no doubt that Shen's a tank. And Vigar and Master Yi. Interestingly enough, in this game, there are no junglers to be seen anywhere. So this will be a 2-1-2 fight. 2 in the top, 1 in the middle, 2 in the bottom lane. Interestingly enough is that we're going to have Lux in the middle and Aviana with J-Boom up top. Now, this is where I'm going to point out one mistake already. Lux is can be a strong mid. There's no doubt about that. But there's someone that needs a lot of CS. It's going to be Aviana. She uses a ton of mana, especially when she gets her ulti at the level 6. And at level 6, nobody can farm. And I do mean nobody can farm like Aviana. She throws down her ulti, she can just decimate an entire minion wave, no problem. Aviana, in my opinion, at least in this group mix-up, probably should have been the mid, and Lux should have been support DPS with Wukong. Or even better yet, down here with Sion, and I'd have put Maokai up top with Wukong. That'd have given you the range and some tankiness, and you get some melee damage, something of that nature. As right now, at least in your bottom lane, you've got a lot of tankiness and really not a ton of damage, at least to start. Sion can become beastly later, but in the beginning at least, you're kind of looking at not a ton of damage, and definitely for Maokai damage to fall, interestingly enough, damage that falls off for Maokai, but increases for Sion, so that's pretty interesting combo. Luckily enough, they are up against Gangplank and Garen, so that leaves melee versus melee, and ooh, I just missed it right up there. Nice first blood on Master Yi from Wukong. Not even about 2.5 minutes into the game. I'm shooting from the hip. I don't know where the kills are. I don't know where the action's going to happen a lot. So, you're along for the ride with me. This is just how I like to do things. I like to shoot from the hip. A lot of games that I play, I kind of forget where things are, and I just go with them anyways. I don't watch them, and a lot of nice damage going out there. It looks like Aviana trying to get the stun, but not succeeding at that point. Maybe it was an auto attack. I didn't quite see, and I like zoom in for a minute here, and look at that Shen skin. I like that Shen skin, and there's a stun from Aviana. I just picked up Shen, and I have like 9 or 8 more champions to pick up to own all of them. And I really would hope that Shen skin goes on sale some point soon. But doing a good job keeping them pushed back. Without a jungler, you don't have to worry about ganks as long as everyone's in their lane. You see Vigar here against Lux. This is definitely somewhere where I think Aviana could be a bit stronger, especially when they reach level 6, because she could keep Vygar zoned, keep him in his turret, and nice move there. What nice, very nice. Flashing in after the stun, getting the damage on him. Wow, it was nice to see that here. Tyler, why didn't you submit this for a top 5s play? Shame on you. That was a nice move. But in the return down here, we have Sion and Maokai being zoned out. Looks like a teleport in, but not at the best of times. Is easily getting away. Looks like maybe coming in to fill in, or maybe swapping lanes. This could be a lane swap by the looks of it. Yes, there we go. Sion is headed up top. And up top there's Master Yi and Shen. So yes, this will definitely be a good move. This puts damage down into this lane. Allows Aviana to get stuns. And like I said, once she reaches level 6, she'll be able to keep these guys zoned out. So this is a good move. They'll be pushed for a little while, but just give Aviana some time to get to her ulti and to get some mana built up, and she'll be doing just fine. And still looking like a pretty even contest despite the kill up top. Both staying in the middle lane. And now with Sion and Wukong up top, this is definitely a change of game. Give me one sec. And you see there, that's working very nice. Bit of a waste of an exhaust there, because there was just no way you were going to kill him. So right now, if you could use your exhaust when he would get away, I know at level 6, an exhaust on Master Yi with his ulti won't matter. But if you were killing someone after that point and they got away and it's because you didn't have an exhaust, then you know, therein lies the problem. Now, the problem I see here is a lot of auto-attacking, especially J-Boom. You're supposed to last hit. Now, I know that is laughable coming from someone like me to say that. But it's true. You got to keep the auto attacks down, and you got to make sure you're last hitting until you're strong enough to where you can be sure that your auto attacks will, you know, shoot them down before the minions can kill them. I love this statement. AD Sion is OP when he's fed. Any champion is OP when he's fed, except maybe for some tanks, maybe like Shen and whatnot. But then they just become incredibly hard to kill. And interesting, Master Yi with the Alpha Strike, and then he's going to have to come zone all the way around down here, and he's going to possibly get caught in between. No, now see, he's going to have to zone way out here. That was a bad move on their part, a good move on this team's part. And unfortunately, Maokai being taken down in the turret, but nothing hard as Aviana can keep things locked down. And Wukong hurt, probably going to have to fall back. Not sure where Sion went. No, there he is, caught way out of position and ending up going down, giving 2 kills over to the team. I don't know how this one went, so I can't say it was a give over, but to be caught over here way outside, that's just not something you do. And again, wow. But Tyler picking up a kill in the middle, keeping it even at 3-3. So this is ending up a really good matchup in the team's favor. Again, I still believe that Aviana is a stronger mid, but if you're not comfortable with it, then being off in a side lane is definitely fine. Oh, man. Talk about feeding, and there's one person you don't want to feed. It is definitely Garen. I mean, technically speaking, you don't want to feed any hero, but to feed Garen, Aviana, I don't know why she was out this far to begin with. You have ranged, you have abilities, they're 2 melees, so sitting back inside your tower to get rid of the minions and to try and keep them off of your tower is a much better idea when you have that range. So, kind of a hard setup right now. Take a look at the scores here. You take a look at Garen, 3-0. This is not something you want to see in an early game with Garen. This is getting way too strong already. We don't know what he's bought at this point, but there we go. With 2 swords, and he's already got his level 2 boots. So you're looking at, I think he's going for a brutalizer at this point. And with level 2 boots, that puts him in a very powerful position. Now this is never truly a bad idea, getting a sight ward, being able to place it down. But when there's no jungler to speak of, unless they're free roaming, which this team isn't right now, there's not a whole lot to worry about either. You know, you're able to see Shen go down here, so this ward has already paid for itself. And nice hitting and having to force him off, and he's just going to dash away. No, 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 don't chase. Chasing is bad, especially when it's Shen. And oh no. Man, just feeding Garen, feeding. This is just a bad idea here. It's now 4-0-1. Just at this point, you got to play it defensively inside the tower. Not even come out this far with them there. Play it defensively inside the tower. Try and get them to come in after you, but man, that's just going to be brutal right there. Still, if this Garen is going for a brutalizer this early, and especially the fact he has a Duran's Blade, then you're probably looking at a Garen that's going to go attack damage. And with Shen, that seems more than likely. As you see the chase down on Shen right there, but an exhaust. Interesting. I wonder if this Master Yi ended up DCing. That's kind of what it looked like, but no, staying around the turret. I don't know what that was about. Not the brightest move on the Master Yi's part. But if that Garen's going attack damage, then you can outrange him. You know, like Lux will be a good counter to him if she continues to get fed. It's returning to the lane now. Yep, there it is. There's the brutalizer. So this Garen is going attack damage. I just try and trick him into the turret, use Maokai's lockdown ability, try and get them to go for you there. But at this point, there's no telling how much they can tower dive. As Lux is doing a very strong job at keeping Veigar zoned, keeping him from farming that Q, building up ability power, getting some hits on that turret. And not the brightest of Veigars there, not able to use his meteor after the trap. So, yeah. I wouldn't say this Veigar is one of the greatest players, that's for sure. One sec. You know, playing it fairly smart here and playing it back by the turret, but the drawback to this is obviously that you're not getting CS, you're not getting farm, and they are, which is going to make this even worse with Garen. But you know, not doing terrible up here. Wukong 3-0, Garen 4, so Wukong could be another counter to Garen at this point. You see Lux 3-0, so you get 2 people doing strong in the other team, with only Garen doing strong. And oh, nice play by Lux, picking up Shen, going 4-0, getting that Lux laser in there, the shoop the whoop right up into the bushes. But oh man, at this point with Garen going 5-0. I would be bringing Lux, especially with Vygar not here. Oh, Vygar went up. And definitely just not going to be enough to get Sion. I would probably bring Wukong and Lux down. And matter of fact, here comes Wukong already. And I would be going right after Garen. It's that simple. Now, J-Boom here, coming out in this direction, you can be pretty sure they don't have any wards. So, I would have come this way, and I'd immediately gone up and around. You probably could have set up a gank on Gangplank very easily. And moving in a little too soon as far as I'm concerned, but still managing to get in there. And there's the ulti, and taking him down, and now the chase is on after Garen, but not going to get him as Maokai used his dive-in on Gangplank. There we go. But now it's tough 2v1 situations. You got Sion by himself with Vygar up top. With Shen pushed into the turret. There we go. I say Lux should be coming up. And looks like Wukong coming up as well. Wukong best be sitting in the mid lane, protecting it from a push, and letting Lux go up top. And Sion's got a fair amount of health. And there's the Singularity, a nice grab as going all out. And there we go, picking up Vygar, but Lux going down as well. And now Sion is in retreat. And yeah, he will end up going down. And can't be slowed, but that ulti may be wearing off soon. Master Yi's just not going to win this. He's got to be able to see that, but he stood in there anyways. Very dumb Master Yi as far as I'm concerned. He had his ulti going. He must have been able to see, and he wouldn't be able to make it. He could have used that extra speed burst, be able to get out of there. So I'm not sure what that was about. But Lux 5-1, Wu 5-0. The closest is Yi with 3-3. So right now I get two very strong contenders versus one Garen. So that's really what it's going to come down to at this point. You see, Lux has already got a needlessly large rod and a sheen. I would think maybe going for a Lichbane in the sheen. And Wukong with already getting Wriggles, Berserker Greaves. It's an interesting choice there with Garen's Silence and Gangplank Slow. Oh man, taking down again. Really at this point you need to bring a team gank and shut Garen down. Somebody's got to get that bonus gold and stop him from continuously getting kills. As interestingly enough, it looks like another lane switch, and this is a bad idea on the other team's part. As, yeah, Vygar is going to be underfed, and Shen will teleport up top. Yeah, great save, but now you're leaving your turret open to Lux. And Lux making her way up at this point. I'm not sure how long this game is. I was told it was a long fight with a bit of a slow start. Doesn't seem too slow to me. It seems like there's quite a lot of kills going on as we're 11 kills to 11 kills at the 17-minute mark. And there you go. That'll end that tower. As the first tower falls to the PC Potatoes team. That giving them the 150 gold bonus at this point. I realize that's one of my favorite sayings. A nice grab there with the stun, with the lockdown. And continuing to hit the tower. Yeah, this is relatively dangerous inside Shen's range, but the Gangplank ulti just semi-wasted, clearing out the creep so you can't continue to hit the tower, but as you saw there, get a peek at Garen is on his way up. Now Wukong not full health. If Garen is, which he is, this is something you really don't want to contend with. But nice move placing the sight ward there so you can actually see him coming. And just look at that damage on Vygar. And taking down Vygar, basically trading trading kills, and you got two godlikes right now between Garen and Wukong. So it's interesting battle going on, as Garen still only has a brutalizer, where Wukong has the Wriggles. And yeah, there you go. They got to jump on Garen at this point. Garen, he has quite a bit of health, but he doesn't have defense. He has no defense at all. And that's something that should have been done a while ago, bringing a team gank, 2 or even 3 people down into the bottom lane to pick him off would have been a smart idea much earlier on, letting him, instead of letting him go this far at 7-0-1. Although Wukong is 7-0, Lux is 5-2, so it's still 2 strong contenders. Right now, you know, Veigar, he's a non-factor on the team at 0-6. Gangplank is only 1-1. Shen, well, he's a tank, so it doesn't matter. Master Yi, 4-3, is starting to build up some strength. And mistake on most teams' part right now is nobody taking up the dragon. This early in the game, it's worth a little bit more than a turret. Can definitely tip the balance into your team, into your team's favor. With Veigar being a non-factor and most of the other team being a non-factor, picking up a dragon for either team actually would be a great idea at this point. Should have picked it up a while ago as far as I'm concerned, even though it doesn't happen in most normal games. As Veigar going down again, keeping him out of the game will be a major factor in this. But yeah, at this point, Dragon should have been picked up a while ago in a team effort, especially if you're free roaming like this. Alpha Strike by Master Yi, not looking like it's doing much, and smart move there on Wukong's part, diving in and getting out. And I don't know, with 3-3, they could have just all jumped in, maybe on Garen, maybe not turned out very well. Wukong has his ulti. He needs to get in there and use it. And there we go, taking out Master Yi as Garen comes in. There's 4 of them there with Garen coming in. They could have easily taken him out of the game. There we go. There's the ulti. Right now, taking out Gangplank, the focus should be Garen at this point. I'm pretty sure that Garen's going to get pretty greedy, and there we go. Finally taking Garen out. So I'm pretty sure Garen would be the damage dealer of the team. Veigar is a non-factor. Gangplank is pretty close to a non-factor. And I think that would really make sense. And you know, nice 500 bonus gold, as you saw, allowing Lux to get the Lich Bane already and having the needlessly large rod there. Interesting choices. I might have gone for the Rabadons first, but Lich Bane is not a bad choice either. And being caught 2v1 up top is Sion. Not following a cardinal rule, really. Not extending really beyond the midpoint, because you're setting yourself up for a gank. If you're going this far by yourself, 2 people could easily come in, especially if they have lockdowns or good chase, and kill you, because it's just so far to go when you're going back. There you go, Garen on the fallback from Lux. It's something you don't see very often. And a very poor taunt by Shen. Not sure what that was about. And nice damage dealing out. Let's take a look at Garen now. He's got a Spirit Visage. That's an interesting... I mean, that's for his regen, but his regen only comes up if he's out of battle for 7 seconds. The health and the magic resist is... I don't know. I wouldn't see that as worth it on Garen, because his regen only comes in like 7 seconds if you're out of battle. I would not call that the best choice. Mixed with the Brutalizer, I don't know. Kind of looking like a poor build at this point. Not exactly sure where Shen's headed. Looks like they're... No, Master Yi's going for the damage on their team. Not sure where his build is headed. Maybe, looks like a Bloodthirster. Yeah, not much action going on right now. A Bloodthirster with a Phantom Dancer, I would think, and Vygar, he doesn't even have level 2 boots yet. Main problem of his. And Sion getting executed, not exactly sure where that happened. And Gangplank, not sure where he's headed with all that. And there you go, Dragon still up with Aviana and Wukong passing by, but picking on Shen. There's so much damage was dealt out to Shen just by that simple 2-move combo from Wukong. Again, major damage being dealt out. So he stuns Wukong, but then drops his meteor on top of Aviana. Interesting. Avi needs to get out of there. That is just bad, but down into the egg. As long as Wukong is there, we'll be able to keep her safe. Vygar trying to get her with his ultimate, but not happening. At this point, could use your clone if it was off cooldown, but it's not, and getting caught in the tower and now coming off cooldown. Too bad. If he had had that off cooldown. And just look at it, going after him with the red. Another stand-up fight, and he ended up getting Wukong finally. That's not a stand-in fight I'd have gone for. I would have backed out even with the clone. Master Yi might have been able to catch up to you, but you might have made it back to the turret. Mainly because he had the red buff, and the red buff is a major equalizer. Not sure what's going on here. It's an interesting chase going on. Is going to try and cut him off. Now forced to go up. I'd have just turned around and gone right back in this direction, but still juking out Garen and able to get away at this point. We just had a look at Garen, and again, I don't know what the hell he's building for. Not even sure where Gangplank is going. Interesting set of items here for Wukong, getting the last Whisper. It's a good idea for armor penetration. And the Fange. I probably would have converted the Fange by now into a Triforce or a Frozen Mallet, but there's still a good choice of items here. And not exactly sure what's going on with Sion. Sion is showing no items? That can't be right. That's got to be a glitch. That honestly can't be right. That has to be a glitch of the game that I can't see what Sion has. And there we go, picking up Gangplank. Here we are down in the lower lane as Gangplank, I guess maybe trying a little too hard for the turret as it only has a sliver of health left. You know, if I could, I would tab out and try and see if the game shows what Sion has for items at this point. But a lot of the team coming down, and really, they really want Wukong at this point. But not going to be enough to get him. There's Lux as well. There's Aviana in the back with a red buff of all things. And there they go. There's the one they need to jump on, Garen, and they just need to focus him down quickly. And now Lux ends up going down, and there's Master Yi with a double buff, but it's just not going to be enough. And team fight not going in their favor. Now things are all evened up. Yeah, Yi probably a better choice. As Garen looks like he's finally starting to go tanky, and man, this, I don't like this. I mean, I know Sion cannot have no items, and it's just bugging me that I can't see what he has. Yeah, at first I would say that the focus should be Garen, but oh, Garen, he's only 8 and 4. Master Yi's 9 and 6. He's got the damage items. Garen forced to go more tanky now. So the shift should focus on Master Yi. That is a good point there. And man, that's going to piss me off the whole game. But still not bad. They have 2 towers in this lane, but there's a tower here and a tower here. And something that still really bothers me, if it's there, Dragon is still up at this point. And maybe not. Oop, they going for Dragon. Finally somebody's going for Dragon. And there you go. There's a nice move. Putting down the ulti, what's that going to do? That's a waste of an ulti. And there we go, finally picking up Dragon. The first Dragon only 30 minutes into the game. This should have been picked up several times by now, but this isn't pro play where you're like timing it and you're waiting for it to spawn seconds before it spawns right here. But 30 minutes into the game, in my opinion, is way too long to be picking up Dragon. Should have done a team pickup a while ago, considering the other team is just not setting wards at all. You see, you got, like I said, 3 towers here, 2 towers here. 2 kill advantage right now, plus a Dragon. Maokai changing lanes, not sure. Oh, there we went. He went to the middle lane. Try and help take down the tower. With the rest of the team missing. And Wukong needing to get out of there. Bad move on Wukong's part. He's going to be chased down. And there you go. Bad move on Wukong's part to dive in there at this point. And no, Sion does not have items. I thought maybe it was a glitch, but no, Sion has nothing. Why would you do this to your team, Blank? Why? You've turned it into a 4v5. Even if Vigar is nothing. Oh, the hell you don't have money. So you're 0 and 6. You can't even have a pair of freaking boots? You don't even have a starting item? For the love of God. Good thing I wasn't playing this game. I'd have raged at him. Not that it would have mattered much to him, but it really would have pissed me off. And yeah, the focus needs to be on Yi. There we go. Yi going down. That takes out the majority of the damage. There you go, taking down Garen as well, getting rid of the 2 biggest threats. Man, look at that. Nice ace by Wukong there. There was little health left, almost no health. A tough team fight, but taking out Master Yi and then Garen really took out the 2 biggest threats of the team, as Aviana again with double buff. That's interesting enough. And Sion just a non-frickin' factor in this game. I don't care if you're 0 and 6. Don't tell me you don't have money at this point. You should have at least a few items. That really would piss me off. Well, pinging the top turret, not entirely sure. You got this turret. You've got the ace. You've got time. You take down this turret and the inhibitor. No, no, what are you doing? No. The inhibitor is more important than a turret. And Yi is going to try and chase down Aviana, but a nice wall placement will prevent that. And there's an Alpha Strike, but nope, not enough to get away. I thought it would prevent it, but unfortunately not. Still, I don't see the double buff on Yi. That doesn't mean he didn't get it, though, because, I don't know, out of the lane stuff gets really weird. clearing out a creep wave down here. Always a good thing. Some nice CS going on. And I don't know what the hell Sion's doing, but at this point I'd be raging hard. With just no frickin' items, I would be beyond ticked off. Now right now you have Atma's Impaler. A good item for Wukong if you have a fair amount of health, which you kind of don't at this point. Not exactly sure where Vygar's going with a double needless. Gangplank, there's the Phantom Dancer. But Shen, yeah, a Force of Nature works really great if you have a lot of health, Shen. Other than that, it's worthless. I don't know where this Shen built, but he's not doing very well. Garen looked like he's possibly going for Randuin's Omen. He's got the Force of Nature now. He's got a lot of spell resist, but not a lot of physical damage. As an interesting build from Maokai here. Lux, now with the Rabadons, will be dealing a ton of damage, and Avi, with the Void Staff, will be doing some nice magic penetration. So basically what we have here, folks, is a 4v5. With Blank doing, if you'll forgive me, jack squat. All I can say, Blank, I'm really disappointed in you right now that you doing this with like no items whatsoever. Did you buy something? Anything? Wrong button. No. Your team is winning and you're trolling them right now. That's really terrible, Blank. And bad position for Aviana. And trying to save him, but no go there. Lux needs to be down here in this lane right now. She's not badly hurt. I mean, Sion's just been in the jungle all frickin' day. Man, I'm sorry that this is turning on to me focusing on Blank and just being extremely pissed off right now. As Maokai buys it up top, trying to defend the tower. Oof, so close. So close to getting Gangplank right there. You know, needing help at this point. And even if you were under-farmed, man, you could have been up there helping against Master Yi, keeping him from getting the turret. God, Blank, why? I wish this showed how much gold you have saying you get no money. Give me that bullshit. Ah, come on, Jay. You have wiggles. You could put a sight there. Not sure what's going on with AV. Your turret's not that far behind you. You may be able to get out if there's problems. Uh-oh. Into the ulti to help protect himself. Into the turret now. That's not a great place for Garen. Getting too greedy. Being able to turn it around. Wukong and Lux still being able to hold the mid tower. I'm sorry, I'm doing the best I can to talk this game through, but I'm like, in my head, I'm raging at Blank right now. Doing a really nice job turning that fight around when he got in trouble, and Garen getting greedy going into the tower and being able to finish him off. And so much for the tank with Shen. Like I said before, you know, Force of Nature works great when you have a ton of health. Too bad you don't. Nice catch on Master Yi with the slam. Yeah, 2v1 Master Yi with the 2 fed players on the team's not going to happen. I mean, only Master Yi is really a threat. Garen's gone tanky at this point, so that takes him out as a damage threat. Gangplank could still do some damage as he gets high crits. Vigar still just very little factor in this game. Shen's a tank, so the only one you gotta really worry about is Master Yi, and you can see here, there we go, with the frozen mallet. And it's like building a little defense now. Wukong at 17-3, Lux at 10-4-10. So definitely being incredibly powerful. And oh god, he's trolling hard. 2 Warmogs, 2. He's just seeing how much health he can build up by farming his kill skill there that builds up his health. And man, you're doing bad in a game where your team is winning or just barely winning, and so you're going to troll them. That's depressing. That's just truly depressing. Oof, needing help at this turret here, but I don't know, the other team not paying attention. Wukong, nice move here, split pushing, or backdooring, however you want to call it. Taking out the back turret there. Opening up that lane for some hits. I would probably want to focus on the mid lane, but just mowing down Gangplank right there. Nice move on their part, just getting the trap in and just mowing Gangplank down. I mean, if you ask me, it's just lucky that Vigar and Gangplank are non-factors in this game, or it'd be going very different, because you really are in a 4v5 situation with a fed Garen and a fairly fed Yi. There we go, now picking up the dragon again. I gotta learn to time the dragon to know when it's gonna come up, and to you'll know what time it's gonna come up, because getting the dragon can be very, very important for your team. And now would probably be a good time to try Baron, and Sion just trolling hard, continuing to stay in the forest, just seeing how high he can push his health. Oh, nice trap on Shen at that point. Missing the stun. And here comes Garen and Shen diving away. They need to protect Aviana at that point. And in comes the rest of the team. There's Master Yi, who needs to be the focus. And there they go, taking him out immediately. Lux with the laser doing a massive amount of damage. And now forcing Garen into retreat. And there we go, Lux picking him up as well. Gangplank again, the non-factor being taken out once more. Very nice play on their side. With Lux with a double buff now, that's rather funny. You know, Lux and Aviana getting the double buffs. You know, Maokai needs to move forward. Wukong needs to move back. There we go. I was wondering when Maokai was going to throw that down. Oh, look, Sion's going to come and do something constructive. He's going to help his team kill Baron. About freaking time. I'll say this much, Blank. Watching you do this because you had a bad start really makes me wary of playing with you at all. I mean, there's no telling just how far You could have gone if you stayed in the fight. You could have made a comeback. Could have done some kind of turnaround. Could have been getting plenty of assists. Your stun would be a major factor in there against guys like Garen and Master Yi, even if you're not doing a ton of damage. You know, you can help at this point, just not doing so. Ugh. Looks like Wukong maybe in the full build. Yeah, got the Banshee's Veil at this point. Good choice, good overall choice, but health is good because you get the Atmas, and the magic resist is good, and the spell shield is good, but your two biggest dangers on the other team are physical. I might have gone, I don't know. I might have gone, Thornmail or something of that nature, or another good one would probably have been nice team fight going on here, so they're getting the upper hand even under the tower. But another good item would have been the Sunfire Cape with its health and armor to try and negate Master Yi some. Would have been a nice alternate choice because Vigar is just a non-factor. So you only have to worry about Garen's physical and Master Yi. That's it. Doing a nice job keeping them distracted up here while Aviana pushes the bottom lane. Too bad it wasn't the mid lane, but then again, the mid lane, that would allow them to drop down a lot easier. So pushing the bottom lane will give them a lot farther to travel, even if it's just up here. But if you're going to force a team fight, I'd also have been looking at the inhibitor in the middle. It's got no turret defending itself, so they won't have a turret to fall back on. So if you wanted to force a team fight, this would not be a bad spot. Nice wasted Gangplank ulti there. There you go. They finally get the turret down. Not much to comment about there, but there you go. Getting Gangplank. Sion getting a kill. You jerk. There we go. Master Yi finishing off Aviana. I could have seen that coming, but not much you can do about it. Still did a good job pushing the lanes, trying to turn them at this point. You see Master Yi is going to be busy over here. You've taken out one of their party. Now it's really time to push that inhibitor, and that looks like what they're going to do here. One person I probably wouldn't be picking on is Vigar, but I don't know, he's got a Rabadon's in Anubis now, so he's dealing more damage. And Wukong going down. Focus the inhib, damn you! Focus the inhib! This is going to go badly. Yep, here comes the rest of the team. Sion can say goodbye. You know, Sion, if you had been building normally, if you had been building regular items instead of going for a double Warmogs, you could be a stronger factor. You could make a difference in a team fight, but I don't know, man. You see Garen, nice tanky there. What's that? 3,700 health? Yeah, he could build better than that. You take a look at Garen. He's gone very heavy with the magic resist. Not sure where he's going with the Giant Spell. Probably a Warmogs where he's got the Randoons, so going to be quite tanky, but I don't know. I think could have done better than the Spirit Visage at this point. That's only really going to help you healing when you're regenning, and you got to be out of battle for 7 seconds for that to happen. You see Dragon at this point, that would not be something that's bad to go for, to go and get the Dragon. As they had a fairly comfortable kill lead, but now they're only up 5. They still got a nice turret lead, though. As they've got all the outer turrets, and they've still got 1 turret up here, and this turret up here. So they've got a 2 turret lead. They've got a couple Dragon kill leads, so they're definitely leading in the gold department. But the longer this game drags out, the more even these builds will become. Double Bloodthirster, Master Yi, full build on him. So he definitely needs to be a focus. Taking out the Dragon again. This should be as great a focus as Baron throughout the game. 190 gold. You're talking 40 more gold than a turret for the entire team every time you kill it. It adds up, especially if you stay on top of it. It adds up. No, Gangplank having to leave. That's not, it's not the kind of win I would want to see in this turn. It's been a good fight, and I don't know. Yeah, the Shen not doing great. The Vigar, he's caught up. You know, having a Rabadon's, having a Deathfire, and needlessly large. So he's not doing too bad. You know, with a very strong Yi, but if Gangplank truly had to leave and is not in the fight anymore, then oh wow. That's a shame. Nice ulti there. There you go, taking out Vigar. You know, Yi needs to be the main focus when going against these guys. Wow. You know, finally getting Shen. Enemy double kill on Master Yi. Gonna be able to stop him? Probably not. Just look at that health melt. What are you doing, Maokai? You're not going to beat him either. Oh, good lord. Nice fight, though. Almost got him. Almost got him, but now it's aced. Well, we'll just speed this up at this point. I'm going to lock view onto... Whoops! You know, nice job getting in and stealing Baron. And there they go, taking out Yi and taking out Garen. And there could be a decided factor on this game right now. Jump into the mid lane and push it. You've got Yi down, you've got Garen down. That only leaves Shen and Vigar. They're going to be down for a while. AV, you need to be using your ulti to clear those creep waves faster so that you can get up there and push the lane. Lux, you need to be over here as well, helping to push the lane. Sion, you as well. All of you need to be into this lane, trying to push it. Nice move by Vigar there to protect the turrets. Nice snipe. If that had been me, I'd have missed. Tanking the tower. Trying to get another inhibitor, but Yi's up. Yi's up. Not a good place to be, guys. Nice job keeping Yi out of the fight. Not going well on their part. Should not have tanked the tower. If you couldn't push one of these towers, should have just gotten the hell out of there. Back door, Sion! Back fucking door!
Your turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected.
Man, should have been backdooring them. Now they get to even things up. They got Yi, yeah, they got Yi. There we go. Yi and Garen as well. Push the lane. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push. 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 Sion, where the hell are you going? God, man, Sion, you are the reason this game has gone on this long, Black. You are the reason the game has gone on this long. Right? I didn't come into this game to pick on you, but I'm going to. Because you had a bad start, you decided to screw around with your build, getting as much health as you can. Now you're actually starting to get some attack speed in there. Whoop-de-frickin-do. You could have been building more seriously. One more Mogs would have been okay. But this is just really stupid beyond your part. Your team's up here pushing, trying to get inhibitors and turrets, and where are you? Screwing around in the jungle. You know, I kind of say a bit of a bad win, because Gangplank disconnected, but if you ask me, it actually makes the fight fair at this point. Because Sion has been a zero factor. He's too busy trying to get, oh wow, look, bragging about 5.2k HP, 5.5. Who cares if you can't do squat with it? You have no defense, you have no damage. You're nothing in this game right now. You just have a lot of health. And let me tell you, a lot of health don't mean squat if you can't protect yourself. Yeah, going for the kill on Lux, a decent job there. I didn't know that Master Yi could be stopped like that, but there you go. Not protecting the inhibitor. With 2 inhibitors down, taking down a 3rd inhibitor, there you go. Meaning not to get into that fight, but oh, getting Master Yi anyways. I didn't think that would happen, but picking him up, and now going for Garen, picking him up as well. With Garen and Master Yi down, then that's going to be the end of this. Honestly, it's just going to be the end of this game. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but with all 3 inhibs down, now you're spawning 2 super minions per wave. Not sure what Wu's doing. Well, all 3 inhibs is pretty much a guaranteed GG. I don't think I've ever seen anyone come back from a 3 inhib. That's not to say it hasn't happened, but I haven't seen it. We'll speed this up now. Yeah, this is an hour-long game. Yep. Yeah, good move for a final push to try and pick up the Baron. There we go, an easy pickup on Baron. I would not come straight in at Master Yi going up this way. I would have swung around down here. I'd have gone the long way to come up behind him. But they still managed to get in there and catch him, and I don't care how fed Master Yi is, a 5v1 is not going to go in your favor. And Lux going back. Why? Why are you going back, Lux? Full mana, full health for your entire team. Take out the inhib that's respawned and push. Finish it. Oh, that made no sense. That just made no sense, man. Where is Lux, man? Just Yi's dead. The biggest threat on the team is out. The 3 inhibs are down. Get in there and push those turrets. Vigar's squishy. Garen's not doing that much damage, and Shen is just Shen. The longer you wait, the more chance. There's Yi. He's back up. The biggest threat of the team. Yi could easily, with Garen's help and Vigar nuking, turn this entire thing into an ace where somebody may be able to push just straight down the center. I don't think it could happen, but man, I mean, in the end, I know they win, but I'm kind of going on like I don't know this game at all, and oh, focus the turrets. There we go. One turret finally down. This is basically going to be won by minions. As the minions will eventually just start turning onto the Nexus, and super minions deal quite a bit of damage. Only 1 inhib has stayed up to respawn, and that's being taken out as we speak. See, this is why you can't come back from a 2v1 or a 2v1, a 3 inhib. Not sure what Maokai was thinking there, but yeah. But you just get wave after wave of double super minions coming in, and your team just will not be able to push out. Let's speed this up. Still haven't touched. What are they feeding one at a time? There we go. Looks like we're finally going to get in here. There we go. Vigar down. Garen down. There we go. We'll stop going for the kill and take out the Nexus, damn it. There we go, folks.
Victory.
Oh, I've critiqued a little bit, and I raged at Sion a lot, and not undeservedly at that point. But there you go, folks. That's a game that a bunch of my PCP friends have played, and I was asked to commentate on it. I don't think I did a tremendous job commentating on it, but hopefully I did okay. I don't know. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm not. This is one of those times I at least feel like I'm not. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you, as always. If you're not playing League of Legends, follow the link in the description down below, sign up, and start playing. If you are playing League of Legends, follow the link in the description down below. Make a Smurf account, play it at least to the level 5 for me. I'd be forever grateful. And if anyone ever gets in trouble for something like that, it will only be me. But that's it. That's all, folks. This is One Big Bug. I'm signing out. I'll see you next time.